Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth, and if you're not into that or weird shit in general, then this is not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. We're gonna do things a little bit differently. Normally I give you a little spiel, I give you a time code, but no, fuck that. We're just gonna go straight into the video. Why? Because I'm a monster. But two things I wanna point out first. One, that this is a collaboration video with my beautiful friend here on YouTube. Her name is Paulina Beauty. She makes really fucking dope ass looks, and she's funny, and she's nice, and she's personable. And if you don't know her, really go check her out. She's just awesome. I could listen to her talk for days. She has a beautiful fucking accent. I love her. Paulina approached me at the beginning of this year and asked if I wanted to do collaboration on some overrated beauty products, and I figured, you know what, fuck it, I love ranting about things. So today's video I'm actually going to be talking about 10 products that I personally think are overrated. So I am going to say this right off the top. The products that I'm going to be talking about, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys like, or some of you guys might like, or whatever. Please know, this is my own personal opinion, okay? They just did not work for me. If they worked for you, that's fucking awesome and great and beautiful and wonderful, and you didn't waste your money, and that's awesome, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. Without further ado, let me give you my top 10 list of overrated shitty fucking products. So when I was coming up with this list, I really wanted to be very thoughtful and think about truly what are the products that are completely overrated in my opinion, and I don't understand why they have a cult following. Please note that these items are in no particular order. So number one is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I don't know why people like this product so much. I don't know why people are paying $24 for an eyeshadow primer. That just seems fucking ridiculous. I got swindled into buying it when I was in, I forgot, I was in some fucking store. Anyway, I kind of went in really optimistic because the guy was trying to really sell it to me hard and explain like,
oh my god, no, this is going to like enhance your eyeshadow game. It's going to be amazing and wonderful and you're going to love it. People are going to be like, oh my god, wow, why is your eyeshadow so good? And you're going to be like, it's Urban Decay, bitch.
And I really kind of got weirdly, oddly sold on this dream. So when I got home and I tried it, and I tried it for fucking months, mind you, months. It was no different from not wearing primer, which doesn't even make any sense because eyeshadow primer should be enhancing that color, bitch, not fucking making it look like you got nothing on your eyes. What I didn't like about it is that it felt very oily on my lid and would also crease really badly. So that was just kind of weird. Felt like, especially in my inner corner, I had some sort of like weird reaction to it. This part of my eye would constantly water and I would actually lose most of my eyeshadow throughout the day. Down the line, I realized that there's something in that primer potion that's just not jiving with my skin. Since then, I've stopped using that product and actually stopped using eyeshadow primer altogether. I just don't understand why there's such a big cult following for it, especially when it's something that leaves your eyelids so goddamn oily and weird. Other thing that was weird about it is that the applicator itself always looked very dry. Even though I think the product is good for about 6 months or so, by month 2 or 3, it definitely looked like it was getting dried out. What kind of bullshit shammery are you trying to sell me, Urban Decay? So anyway, I threw that out. Fuck that product. It sucks. But hey, if you like it, that's great. But for me, it sucks. It's awful. And I think it's completely overrated. I don't understand why people are sucking that thing's dick. I just don't get it. Yeah, I said it. Fight me. The next product on my overrated list is the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer Water. I don't understand why people love it so much. I received it actually in a box deluxe, tried it a bunch of times, and realized it literally, it does nothing. It absolutely does nothing. I've tried to use it as a setting spray. I tried to use it as like a primer water. I tried to pair it with other primers. There is nothing in that formula that adds to anything else in my makeup routine. I don't understand why there's a following behind it. It doesn't make any sense. I literally can fill up this water bottle that I got when I was in Disney when I was 12 years old and spray my face with it, and it literally would be the same exact thing, except this would be more adorable. So the next product is actually another primer, and it is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I hate to say it, but for like a good 2 weeks, I was a part of the hype, and I was like,
oh my god, there's a primer in stick form? Holy fucking shit, Becky, look at this primer.
And I was all about it. And then I started realizing, what is it doing? Someone help, help. I don't understand what it's doing. When I started applying it, it worked okay. And then about a week later, it did not cooperate the way that it did when I first started using it. I feel like the stick overall just tends to get like really hard and dry and crumbly. So when you're applying it to your face, it actually almost hurts. It starts to kind of peel up a little bit, where it kind of reminds you of like when you get sunburn on your arm and then like you start shedding like a goddamn snake. It starts to kind of hang on dry patches in my face and kind of create this weird texture. I fucking hate it. I don't understand why there's such a big following for it. It's so stupid, but hey, if it works for you, that's great. But for me, it sucks. It sucks dick for days, and I don't get why there's so much hype around it. I feel like Milk Makeup is just one of those brands that are like,
hey, we're just cool. And if you don't like our products, then like you're not cool.
And I don't like that. I feel like the brand is so Oh, they're like a try-hard. There, I said it. They're a try-hard. I feel like their whole campaign's a try-hard. I gotta go now. Bye. It's the stupid fucking NATASHA Denona Sunset palette. I am so mad that people really love that palette. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why. It's $129 US. It's so fucking expensive for no goddamn reason. The packaging is adorable. Yes, fine. The color story, great. The actual fucking product in it, no. First of all, they're weirdly powdery. They have not a lot of pigmentation, especially that yellow. That is the second reason why I've been on the quest for yellow, because the yellow in that palette is disgusting. It's awful. It's not pigmented at all. It's just, ugh. And I don't understand why people love that palette so much. I felt like when applying those eyeshadows, they were patchy. They actually caused me to have like slight irritation on the corner of my eyes. Some of the colors, the darker colors. The shimmers were chunky and there was so much fucking fallout. And I just don't understand why people were so excited for that palette and loved it. And I'm pissed because I feel like I totally got gypped online because everybody and their mother was coming out on YouTube being like,
oh my god, this palette is the shit. It's the tits. You need to go get it. You're fucking not cool if you don't get it.
And I was like, oh my god, I need to get this palette. I need to be cool. I need to fit in. And I got the palette and I was like, what is this shit? And that's one of the reasons why I started YouTube. That palette made me so mad that I was like, I'm so tired of people lying to consumers. Like, when something's shitty, it's shitty. Granted, I know a lot of people like that palette because they have some weird cult fascination with NATASHA Denona for some fucking reason, but that is a big old no for me. I don't understand the hype around it. It's not a good palette. It's just not. I think the ColourPop Yes Please palette, which is a very similar color story, can run fucking laps around that palette, and that shit only costs 16 bucks. Think about it. So the next overrated product is actually the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. That is, no, it's a no. I initially really liked that product because I was like, oh my god, this is really good. Like, it makes my eyelashes look so voluminous. And then I realized after about a month or so, it's dry and crumbly as fuck, and it actually transfers a lot, and there's nothing amazing about that mascara at all. But for me, what drives me crazy is the fact that it dries so goddamn fast. So I feel like I enjoy using it for like maybe a month and then realize that it's kind of a mediocre mascara during that time. And then once it gets dry, like, I have to immediately throw it out. And for a $24 price point, that's fucking awful. Just go get an Essence mascara for $5 and you have a way better time with it. Or the L'Oreal Luminous Lash Paradise one, which is literally so much better than the goddamn Too Faced one. But I digress. I don't understand the hype around it. Not a fan. She ain't cute, bitch. She ain't cute. So yeah, it's a big old overrated bullshit pass for me. So the next product on my overrated list is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. So they retail for about $44, which is really fucking expensive. I really wanted to like this product because I thought it was really cool and interesting, but then I started thinking about it like, why do I want to look like a Twilight vampire in the middle of winter? I think that this product is maybe only appropriate, and this is just me speaking, maybe like in the summer, like festival season, where you just want to look like a glittery, glowy sex robot. Which, beach, don't get me wrong, I love looking like a sex robot, but I think I just don't understand the hype around this product. It just doesn't look natural on me. It just doesn't look good. It looks like I'm trying way too hard. I don't understand why people love this fucking product so much. It's basically $44 for sparkly jizz. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a minute. My next one on the list is the FARSÁLI Unicorn Primer Oil thing. What is, okay, it's $54, number one, okay? I didn't initially purchase it. I waited until they actually had a mini version of it for $22, which to me is still fucking really expensive for a goddamn little bottle of pink jizz, you know what I mean? But here's the thing about that, and this is what I don't like about it, is that I've used that product multiple times. I've used that product by itself and with other primers, and I feel like it literally does nothing. If anything, it actually makes my skin sticky. It almost feels like sticky, tacky, like fly paper. Or think of it like if you know, say it's like a late night and you decide to go get McDonald's and you want sweet and sour sauce, and you know, you're reaching your hoof in the bag and you're dipping fries in sweet and sour sauce, and you may or may not be drunk, and then next thing you know, like, you're just literally just grabbing fries and shoving them to your face wondering what happened in your life. And then you kind of pass out and fall asleep without washing your hands, and then you wake up and your fingers are fused together because the sweet and sour sauce somehow adhered to your hoofs, and now you can't break them apart. But then when you break them apart, you kind of get this weird stickiness. Well, that's what it feels like on my face. Specific? Yes. Is it true? Absolutely. Honestly, I think the whole hype of it was like, oh my god, look, I'm gonna drop this on my face and it's gonna cool down and tear down and it's gonna look so good. But it's just like, okay. Like, why do people love it so much? I don't understand. And I think it's like another product that's just like one of those like viral Instagram things, kind of much like Milk Makeup in a weird way, where it's just like, oh, you're not cool unless you have this. And then you're just like, this product is not practical. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. But of course, let me know down below if you totally disagree with that, because I feel like a lot of people like that product and I just don't get it. It does nothing for me. Hopefully it does something for you. Hopefully it gives you a reach around or something, because for me, it is not pleasing me at all. So the next product on my overrated list is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've been wearing it on and off now for a little bit, and I feel like it does nothing. I like how it applies initially, but in a matter of a half an hour, you start to realize that you don't have any coverage. Like that you still see the dark circles under your eyes and the little fine line wrinkles are kind of like peering through. It creases on me. It then also starts to look very drying, like as if this area needs a lot of water. So I'm really disappointed because I love the NARS Soft Matte Concealer so fucking very much. But this, I don't understand the hype around it. Fortunately, I fucking have a full tube of it, so I'm gonna do my best to use the shit out of it because, yeah, we eat our mistakes in this house, so hooray. The next one on my list is Tarte Shape Tape. Yeah, I said it. It retails for $27 and I think it sucks dick, and I don't understand why people love it so much. And while I do agree that it's full coverage, it is so drying. So very drying. It looks like your under eye area hasn't seen water in years. You just look like a dusty old dinosaur, and I don't understand why people lose their shit over it. And I love when people on YouTube spread 10 layers on it and then they don't dare come very close, because we all know deep down inside they look like a fucking stale ass cookie. I don't understand why people love it so much. I really wanted to like it because everybody was like,
oh my god, Tarte Shape Tape is like life-changing, fucking amazing. It's the best concealer in the world.
And it's not by a long shot. I personally feel like I'm in a weird alien invasion movie where I'm kind of like literally screaming at everybody, it's fucking pod people, it's aliens, and everyone's like,
no, it's fine, it's Shape Tape.
And I'm like, guys, you don't understand, it's taking over and they're gonna it's gonna eat your brain and you're gonna die.
It's okay, it's Shape Tape.
And it's already eaten their brain and now they're a Tarte Shape Tape monster. I don't get it. I don't understand where my references are today. I had a lot of coffee. Anyway, I just personally think that Tarte Shape Tape is bullshit, and but hey, if it works for you, that's awesome. And last but certainly not least, one of the most overrated products is actually the Paulina palette by Blush Tribe. No, I'm just kidding. Paulina, please snap a picture of your face. I wanted to see what it looked like when I said that. Okay, so the product for me that is one of the most overrated eyeshadow palettes in the world is actually the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Felt like much like the eyeshadow quality in the NATASHA DENONA Sunset palette, I experienced the same thing with the Huda Beauty palette. I just think it was completely overpriced, overrated. I don't think the eyeshadow quality is all that good. I had some weird slight irritations with some of the eyeshadows. I didn't understand why people had such an allegiance to it, and I think it was just because the packaging was so beautiful. It was dry. It was crumbly, it was fucking patchy. I had a lot of fallout. Every possible awful experience you could have with an eyeshadow palette, I feel like I had with that palette. I feel like I like her eyeshadow quality a little bit better now. I think her formula has definitely changed, but that Desert Dust one is bullshit and I don't understand why people love it so much. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So there you have it. That is my top 10 list of products that I think are completely fucking overrated. I have a link down below to Paulina's video, so please definitely go check it out and see if we have the same products on our list or we don't. On that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and the streets out in life. Me and Alex, we do a lot of live streams these days. So come check us out if you want to get weird. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.